Welcome to my channel. This is Destined to Love Tarot. I'm here bringing you all your Sagittarius January 2019 Twin Flame Divine Partner general love reading. Keep in mind, this is a general twin flame reading for January. If you need a more personal reading for your own twin flame journey, I am available, and my information is always listed below in the description box. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And always leave a comment below. Let me know if it resonates with you or if you find it helpful, insightful. Keep in mind, these are general, so take what's yours and leave the rest. If it don't apply, just let it fly. Take the parts that pertain to you and resonate with you and your twin flame journey. And also, be sure and watch your moon and rising signs as well for some extra added guidance on your journey. You could always watch your Venus sign also for extra guided information. But Sagittarius, in the month of January, it looks here that you all and your divine partner, there's a major need on your behalf, or just everyone involved, to continue to have that patience. You know, there's going to be a need to find that inner strength, dig deep, find the strength, and continue to have that patience with this journey. I feel like your divine partner is still going through a few challenges. Looks like if you all are not back into union with your divine partner, that is still on the horizon. But it looks like for the month of January, you all could still have some more challenges here. We have disruption here, so that's still dealing with some addictions or toxic behaviors, you know, addicted to people and things that don't serve our greater good, you know, addicted to certain behaviors, addicted to certain ways of thinking, things of that nature, or limiting beliefs. So there's still this toxic energy that's showing up here. We also have the Eight of Swords here. So again, they're really feeling trapped in their head, trapped in this situation, trapped in this journey, you know, just very trapped as to not knowing who they are, where they're going, and what path to take. And they have been really working through a lot of, you know, healing and shadow work and what have you. And I do see here they'll be coming out of that cycle. I feel like this here is saying that cycle is going to be coming to an end for your divine partner eventually. That cycle will end, because we have that universe there. We have, that's the world card, so that's the ending of a cycle, and finding the strength to get through to the end of that cycle, and closing out that cycle will help them have the strength to come out of that trap feeling, to begin to see clearer, more clearly, to be able to visualize a better, more bright, successful, joyful future together with you know, one another, within divine union. But right now there's you know, emotional withdrawal. There's that we have that Eight of Cups there, the feeling of wanting to walk away from things, or just needing to walk away from things and let go a little bit, because here we have, it says, the waiting game. So that's the need to make you know, a decision, and they are withdrawing to themselves to really find the strength, you know, to make that decision and walk away from some old things or people that are hindering their soul's growth, you know, that are causing a disruption. So I feel like they'll end this cycle here of being trapped in the past, trapped with those old people that were holding them back. They'll make that decision here, and then they'll walk away from those people and all of the disruption and destruction of the past. So I do see your divine partner eventually closing the old cycle and walking away from all of that, and standing on a new firm foundation and union. Within union here, they'll be more wiser as well, because of the journey, the awakening, the transformation that their soul has gone through. They'll be more wiser for it, have more mental clarity, have more joy, more happiness, more hope for the future, a lot of healing, and just be more aware, more knowledgeable, and ready to take control of their lives in this situation and your connection. And they'll be ready to create a new firm foundation within your union. If you are not in union, if you are in union with your divine partner, then I see these cycles have ended and will be continuing to close out, because you all have made that decision to let's build a new firm foundation together with one another. You all have decided to hold on tight to this union and to build it back up, because it is worth it. The journey is worth the wait, it's worth the work. But we do again have that conflict here, that Five of Swords, conflict and defeat. And so that's that inner conflict there, inner conflict, destruction, trapped in fear. But I see that clarity can be had from it. That success can be had and will be had. Eventually you'll overcome these challenges here. And and then this as well, because it's falling below the relationship, the foundation of your relationship. For some of you, it could be saying that this is a conflict that could show up in the month of January. Towards the end of January, there could be some conflicts that creep up. There could be some possible arguments. But for me, this really feels like a mental conflict. Because we have them, it is swords, and so that could be some mental conflict on their part, and they could possibly withdraw a little from the relationship. But there's definitely hope on the horizon in the future, because we see here we have material and spiritual prosperity. This is someone that will be ready to give equally to this union and have that balance again, to have that success, to put in any work that they didn't put in the past. They didn't put the energy in or the work in. They didn't give equally. It was an unrequited love. And so they'll eventually be ready to have that partnership, to become alliances. They want to join together on this spiritual journey, because again, they have hope for the future, hope for healing and prosperity, abundance, love, happiness, family. So I feel like for those of you, you could be dealing, I have all signs here: water, air, fire, earth. So it is a general reading. So whatever energy, whatever your mate is, they're all definitely showing up here today as far as energy and signs. But there's definitely a lot of hope on the horizon. Here we have vulnerability, honor the masculine. And so I feel like I said, there are a lot of challenges and ending of cycles, and people need to begin to stand in their power and gaining their strength to make the choices that are needed to make, to leave things in the past and move forward. And so they will be feeling more vulnerable during this time. They will begin to open their heart and be ready to allow love in. But it says honor the masculine. Your divine masculine needs you to embrace them and hold them up and give them that strength, because they're trying to find their strength there, the strength and the courage to keep going, to keep pressing forward, and to resist those temptations of the past. And so keep sending love and energy and vibes their way and help lift them up. Respect them. When you speak of them, use positive, uplifting words and thoughts, and send good energy vibes their way. Again, return of Aphrodite, standing in your power. So knowing that this is a sacred divine union, you will be standing in your power, they will be standing in their power, and you all will be treating this union and one another like you deserve to be treated. Valuing, you all will be valuing one another, treating yourself as you desire as well, remembering your self-love and self-worth as well. Everyone will be standing in their power and vibrating at a higher level. level, you know, feeling more firm and stable within themselves, overcoming any mental conflict here. Again, caution, secrecy, weary, the magic. And that just, to me, is just saying, you know, I don't feel so much like there's any lies or anything, because I don't see anything where there's any lies. It's just caution about the conflicts that you all may face that may creep up. Don't let those conflicts and triggers pull you all the way back 5 steps from where you all have gone. You all have grown and moved forward and began to bring things to fruition and make steps towards coming together. And so just be wary not to let anything creep up and make you all backtrack from all of the growth that you all have had. Again, this is a great time for potential new beginnings. You know, you're standing on fertile ground. Powerful, creative energy, initiation energy. Again, sacrificing. That card for me, and it says some things are worth sacrificing and some things are not, you know, and you have to take that for what it means to you. You know, are there any things that you need to compromise in order for this to work? You know, are there some things that they may need to compromise, but never compromise on your boundaries, your self-respect, your self-love, your self-worth, your value. You know, don't sacrifice your beliefs and your knowing what's best for your higher good. Stand your ground, but be open and willing to compromise and give equally. And you all have a great potential in the month of January to create whatever you want to create with one another. If you all were thinking about starting a family, you know, if you come back into communication, because I do see some withdrawal here. And so people could be feeling a little bit guarded, but then I see you all overcoming that. And so once the communication is taking place, just be open and receptive and you know, willing to compromise a little bit and listen, having that compassion and empathy. Again, a lot of shadow work. So that for me, like I said, they're going through a major transformation and healing and purging and closing some old cycles and still doing a lot of shadow work. But again, that shadow work will lead to a victory. They will have victory over those you know, over those limiting beliefs and things of that nature from past lives or from childhood that were hindering them. They will face their darkest fears and overcome that. Again, mental conflict. So we saw there with the 8 of Swords, trapped in fear, conflict and defeat. A lot of Source energy here. So Sagittarius, as you all could be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. But there's some mental conflict that they will overcome. Just saying to me, again, a lot of shadow work, all in the head. So that's why I say an argument could creep up in January, but I really don't feel like it will. I feel like that's a lot of inner mental conflict. Then we have spiritual strength. So all of that soul searching and self-reflection and shadow work, they'll have their spiritual strength. They will persevere and overcome all of those challenges. Because there are quite a few things that will need to be addressed and purged and released and let go of in the month of January. So there's quite a few things here. We have empathy, blame, guilt. It says, I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So needing to be more empathetic and compassionate, understanding of everything that they are going through, because they are going through a very challenging time. There's a need to release any blame in things of the past, whether there was deception, they cheated and, you know, abandoned you, rejected you, whatever the case may be. There is no need to blame. Everyone has done something that hurt the other. And so everyone needs to take accountability and release that blame, that guilt, releasing the guilt, you know, letting the past go, because those energies only hold back your ability to vibrate at a higher level and move forward. And again, more indecision. So with this one saying intuition, trusting your intuition to make the decision. And we saw the Two of Swords there again, without the ability, the mental conflict, needing to make a decision. So there's some indecision in the month of January. That will need to be addressed, but I feel like they'll eventually make the decision, because we do have that Two of Wands. So there was, will be that waiting game, but eventually they'll make the decision. But I feel like it may not be in January. It could push into February, I feel like, for some of you. So that's why they're saying some patience is needed. Again, always need to trust divine timing when it comes to this connection. This is a spiritual union. So you need to have patience with them and the journey, because again, everyone is going through a lot of changes. There will be some new movement, because here we have closing old cycles and starting new successful cycles of a more higher vibration. And so there will be a lot of changes. And that card also lets you know that no change can be had, no movement can happen unless you make the effort and steps. And so make the efforts towards healing, purging, and clearing. Judgment, needing to release judgment, knowing that the challenges you all faced were needed to help your souls grow. You are our friends. You have always been best friends and good friends, very understanding with one another. You could talk to one another, understand where each other are coming from, which is why I feel like this empathy card is there. You all have always empathized with one another because you understood their background and they understood yours. You all are friends. And so we have the freedom here. Free yourselves from the need to control the situation, detach from the outcome, trust the universe, and knowing that you will have all of your heart's desires. They will come to pass. But free yourself from those limiting thoughts and beliefs and that trapping yourself in just that need, that yearning for knowing every step of the path ahead of time. Calling in your soulmate, attraction, and again, another card speaking of freeing yourself, releasing the control, and also it says taking back control of your life. So this again is saying to, like I said, everyone will be standing in their power, standing in your strength and your power, and not sacrificing your boundaries and your self-love, self-worth. Again, keeping up your manifestations and affirmations and prayers, and that will draw you all, attract you all to one another even quicker. But again, the healing that you do within yourself is what brings you closer to one another at a more rapid pace. And so here we see again a lot of transformations, ending old cycles, and again we have hope, new beginnings, positive movement forward. So this is just spirit right here letting you know that you all have a great new bright future on the horizon, as we saw with the sun card there. There's hope and healing, wishes being fulfilled. There will be a brand new beginning in your connection once these old cycles are closed out. Positive movement forward. Everyone will be ready to take a leap of faith and put in the work that is needed on this connection, on this union. Maybe in the past, and again too as well, that's doing inner work on yourselves and work on the connection that you all have with one another. And I also feel like you all in the month of January as well, your divine partner could be focusing on work a lot too as well. So that could be causing a little imbalance and conflict there, because they're trying to balance their personal life and their work life. But there is this work card there. There's inner work, outer work, but it all will pay off in the end. And so spirit is saying here, stay optimistic about your connection. Very soon you all will be back in your honeymoon phase. You all will come into union. You all will have some good times together. I feel like this is well saying you all could reach out to one another and decide to go out on a date. I feel like they could just reach out to you very soon with some communication, because we see some communication, some apologies, expressing of their emotions, and you know, just letting you know that they want to work out any conflicts and work on your union with one another. So again, very soon you'll be back in that honeymoon phase again. And for some of you, that's letting you know that you all will be on a honeymoon sometime in the future with your divine partner. You will have that coming back together with one another. So I hope you all found this to be helpful and insightful. If you did, leave a comment below. And for a personal reading, all of my information is below in the description box. See you all soon.